Welcome back. We're going through the Frequence Vital Energy Center kit. And so we're now in the second chakra, the second vital center, one of the most important, the sacral. And we're going to explore the essential oil energy, number 2, frequency number 2. So as I created this company and I called it Frequence, it's because I wanted to talk about the frequency of the energy body. And as we enter into a more evolved state of consciousness in our medical establishment, we'll understand that this ancient knowledge that everywhere around the world was kind of institutionalized as, yes, we have an energy body. Whether you talk about the Ayurvedic system or you go into deeper shamanic indigenous cultures or the Chinese system that talks about the qi, even the Greek system talked about the vital energy. And so basically we've lost this knowledge in our Western world, and yet we're gaining it back as we start seeing an explosion of New Age thoughts and different types of healers that talk about chakras. One of the fundamental aspects that is going on is that we've moved into a 9 chakra embodiment. So as we've evolved and as form and consciousness evolve, we embody higher amounts of energy centers and therefore consciousness so that we can really play with new awareness, right? So here we're still kind of at the base, and the sacral is one of the most important. It's one of the things that makes all of life on this planet. It's the sacral is right below your belly button. It's actually called the Tendian in the Chinese Qigong aspects. And it's also called the sacral. I mean, there's a bunch of different names. Basically, it's connected to your sexual organs. It's connected to the vitality of life. It's connected to the true desire of life, wanting to express itself, wanting to meet the other and play with the other, play with life and interact with life. It's a big, big energy center that is actually almost like a motor that generates life energy and kind of this thrust of movement towards the satisfaction of a desire. Okay, and so it's really important because a lot of people are broken in this chakra because they're not able to do what they love. They're not able to do what they desire for whatever obligation or responsibilities or having a job that you don't love. This is something that is usually broken, and this is what actually brings us into a certain depression. It gives us, different fertility issues. It gives us problems with our sexual drive, with our sexual desires. It brings up this issue of being alive, being in that joy of life, right? That's what this second chakra is all about. And so here, with this incredible frequency of 285 hertz, energy is a combination of a lot of different oils and plants that help revitalize those aspects of the body. So from your sexual to your moons, if you're a woman, to your desires, to your vitality, to more energy, to more joy in your life. This is something that these oils will help bring alive. And it has a completely different smell to the first one. This actually includes a lot of Ylang-ylang, which is probably the first thing that you start smelling. It has Sandalwood, which is this incredible plant from India that really tonifies our whole, let's say, sexual energy. It has orange, which is all about bringing up that joy of life. It's the juice of life. That's what we love about oranges, is they have that glow of sunshine, and actually they are bringing in some of the sunlight. There is a lot of Damiana, which is a Mexican plant. It's quite rare, but it's also very tonic about rebringing vitality to the sexual organs, but also to our digestive tract and to our heart and to our liver. And I mean, it's just this incredible plant that's from the mint family. There's Vetiver again, which is this beautiful plant. It looks like a tall grass in a sense, but its specificity is that it has really deep roots. And so that's one of the common ones that I bring from the first chakra, or the first oil, trust. And because we are still dealing with some of the base chakras and energy centers, and so we need to ground deeply. This also has Neroli, which is the orange tree's flowers. It has Angelica, which is really helpful and really deep for kind of all the cramps and all the sexual feminine energies especially. And Melissa and Hyssop, because there's a lot of guilt and there's a lot of sometimes sexual impurities that happen in our lives where we don't engage in a sacred way. And this is something to clear that up. As well as a little bit of bergamot to give a little bit of light into this. And so basically, it's a really beautiful oil. I really love diffusing this in rooms. It really takes on this whole other level of smell, and it lifts. You know, it's really about a lift of energy. It's a lift of mood. It helps us deal with trauma. It helps us deal with especially sexual trauma or intimacy traumas. It really helps to bring a certain edge of feeling alive. So the mantra that I use for this oil is very much about I'm dancing with boundless life force and experiencing the vital joy of the world. And this is something that really expresses this frequency. The abundance of life force, of joy, and of this deep desire to live life. So I hope you get to enjoy this one. It's something that I definitely give to a lot of different people. I find that about 70% of us are missing this. And in our life, if you're really not, doing what you love, you are most likely kind of breaking some of your sacred energy, which is held in the second chakra, the sacral, and you might not be feeling as uplifted and joyful with your life as you could be. And so this is a beautiful oil to work with.